So it is late on a Friday night in Atlanta, and I did not do my scope today, so I thought I would sneak it in right in before midnight. Let me know where you're coming in from. I see I've got a couple of viewers. I'd like to say hello to you. Oh, people are so shy. So anyway, my name is Beth Bond. I am with Southeast Green, and we are the largest online news site for sustainable business and environmental policy news. And I do a series of scopes here on Periscope called Full of Useless Information, and it's all about living more sustainably. And I wrote these tips for 100 different simple, easy things you can do to make your life greener or more sustainable. And what we've been doing is someone gives me a number between 1 and 100, and we pick that number, we look at it, and we explore that topic a little bit. So does anybody want to give me a number? 1 through 100. Come on, somebody give me a number. I know you're out there. Give me a number. 1 through 100. Okay. Well, I will pick a number. And also, I want to, before we pick a number, I do want to thank my replay viewers, because I've got a couple of loyal ones. So Kaylee, thank you so much, and loved your scope on pets today. All right, so number 3. Number 3 is, before you recycle, think, reduce, and reuse. This has sort of become a pet peeve of mine. So a lot of people will say, well, I recycle. But the 3 R's are not reading, writing, and arithmetic. The 3 R's are reduce, reuse, recycle. And so the first word is reduce, and I think that people really forget to do that. And honestly, it's sort of perfect timing, because tonight on Shark Tank, I don't know if y'all watch Shark Tank on ABC, but I am a huge fan. I tweet live during it most of the time. And there was a 16-year-old from Melbourne, Florida, who has developed shampoo that has no packaging, and it's no water. So it's basically a little ball of shampoo that you unwrap and you moisten your hands, and then you use the shampoo. So you're limiting bottles, you're eliminating the cost of transporting water, because most shampoo is water, and people forget about how heavy water is and how much water we transport all over the country and pay just to send water. This includes our fruits and vegetables. And then not only was the packaging reduced because of the plastic bottle, but the wrappers that the shampoo came in were biodegradable and compostable. And so this is the kind of really forward-thinking kind of stuff that we need to be thinking about in regards to reducing our footprint. Because especially here in the States, we are so guilty, very, very guilty, of using big plastic bulky things that are full of water, dishwasher detergent, laundry detergent. And so the first part is reduce. After you reduce your lifestyle, so some ways of reducing is like, I've got 7th generation soap, and it's concentrated, so I only use this much soap instead of using this much soap. And the packaging is actually in cardboard, so after I'm done using the soap, I'll just take the cardboard packaging off and put it in my compost pile. The other thing is I buy plastic bags, my garbage bags. I know I buy plastic bags, but because I use shopping bags, I never have any plastic bags. So people are like, well, I use my plastic shopping bags to put my trash in. But the thing is you're still using way too many shopping bags. One plastic bag reduces the amount and the need of 5 or 6 smaller plastic bags. So, and my plastic bags come with 1 piece of paper. They don't come in a box. They just come with 1 piece of paper. So it's reducing. And so we really need to be cognizant of that. There's some places where you can buy your like detergents, like dishwashing detergent. We've got a place here in Atlanta called Eco Denizen, where you buy your bottle, and then you just go back and you refill your bottle out of bulk. The same thing is true with some of the natural food stores. They have those big tall plastic bins, and you get a baggie instead of a hard piece of plastic, and you fill it up, or you buy a container and you keep on refilling the container. So there's all different ways that we can reduce. It's really important to put this in context. Like, what is disposable that we use for 20 seconds that we could not use and therefore reduce? So think plastic utensils. when you eat out, what I did, another thing that I did is I got chopsticks because I really like sushi and Asian food. And so when I go to get takeout, I actually don't take the chopsticks. I read an article that terrified me about the number of chopsticks, the disposable chopsticks used in China alone, which was, I mean, it was something incredible, like 900 million chopsticks a day, and that's wood. So think about those kinds of things to reduce. So, buy a pair of chopsticks. You can carry them with you, or a lot of times I do takeout, so instead of taking the disposable chopsticks they give me, I just pull them out of the bag and give them back. I pull out the napkins and give them back. Pull out the plastic spoons or forks and give them back. So, I always tell people I'm saving a plastic tree. So, we always think about, well, we don't need this because it's a tree, but, you need to think about the plastic too. And the plastic's going to last a lot longer in the landfill than your disposable wood chopsticks or something like that. So that is the reduce side. After you start reducing, then start looking at what you can reuse. So, a lot of people reused plastic bottles for a long time until they found out that they were leaving them in the car and the heat, and it was reducing, it was leaching out all these toxins into the water, and so plastic bags weren't so great. But some of the ways I like to think about reusing is of course donating stuff that maybe you don't want anymore to your local charity, whether it's Goodwill, Salvation Army, or something like that. There's a lot of, if you're a fan on Pinterest, you can follow me on Pinterest, Beth S.E. Green. I think I've pinned over 470 items about things that we call recycle, but they're really reused. So basically, let's say you get a milk jug, and instead of putting it in your recycle, you can use it as a plant container. Or I love the ones where they take the egg cartons, and the cardboard egg cartons in particular are really good for this. So before you put it in your compost, you plant your seedlings, because with the cardboard it sort of holds the moisture in. So before you plant your spring gardens, you can use your egg cartons to propagate your seedlings. And then once, and actually you can just tear apart, if they're cardboard, you can tear them apart and plant them directly in the ground, and the cardboard will decompose as the roots grow, and it'll push the cardboard out. So those are the kinds of things about, recycling. One of the other things is I have an old shower curtain. I'm going to be using it to put over some weeds that I don't want in my landscaping. So instead of, just pitching it into the landfill, I'm going to, let it kill the weeds first, maybe even a couple places. Of course, I'm going to be very careful, because if it biodegrades, it will break apart, and that will go, and I live near a stream, and it'll go straight in the stream. So we're not going to use it to the point where it's falling apart and hurting the environment directly. So, just to recap, we picked number 3 on the list tonight. We're going through 100 items, 100 simple items that everyone can do, and the whole idea about this is just do 30 out of the 100, and if we all did 30 out of 100, that would be a 30% change. What an amazing change that would be. So tonight's lesson was reduce, reuse, recycle. It's not recycle, recycle, recycle. Like someone said, well, we're recycling, and I'm like, yeah, but it's reduce first, and then it's reuse, and then it's recycle. So I hope that you found these tips helpful. Just remember, you can find these videos on Southeast Green, which is the website that I am the curator of Sustainable News under Full of Useless Information. We're creating a nice collection of ideas, and we sure do appreciate all the replay viewers, and of course we always appreciate some hearts, because we know we're talking about stuff that's important to you, and we appreciate your time. And please don't forget to share this if you found this useful, which I hope you did, and remember to reduce, reuse, recycle. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.